How's it going, everybody? Kev Mahserejian, aka at RotoSurgeon, coming to you live from the operating room. I'm here to give you some fantasy basketball tips to help you win the playoffs and know how to navigate the waiver wire. So right now is a difficult time for everybody. A bunch of teams are either tanking, resting guys, and it's so rough right now trying to manage how many games you get per week. So you see guys with 2 or 3 games in a week, and you're like, okay, I have to drop this guy. He's not going to be useful to me compared to a guy who plays 4 games or even 5. Well, if that guy plays 2 or 3 games earlier in the week, let's say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then you can hold him for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then stream for Saturday, Sunday. You don't have to drop him on Monday and pick up a guy who plays 4 games. You can add him. You could add that next guy after Friday and get 5 games out of that roster spot. Some people don't know this. People who've been playing for a while do have this information at hand, but someone who may not have been playing for so long, this is it's important. You kind of don't realize it at the beginning where you're like, oh, I could have just had those games and then more games on top rather than just settling for the one extra game. The best thing to do right now is maximize roster spots and dealing with guys who are out due to either COVID or just a tanking team. You kind of have to evaluate that beforehand. So this doesn't apply to those kinds of players where they're on a team like Kemba Walker. Say Kemba Walker, there's a back-to-back coming and he's gonna miss that back-to-back. Okay, you can already count that game out because he's been missing back-to-backs all season. Luguentz Dort, we know Luguentz Dort has been missing every other game essentially due to a hip issue or tanking or whatever it may be. So you can already count a player like that out for a specific number of games, and those types of players are the exception to this kind of rule. So this is more so for players who've been playing almost every game and then have a 3-game week at hand. And if you're desperate for a win, you can drop those guys. It's the playoffs. This is crunch time. If there's a player, it doesn't, unless it's like a superstar like, Kyrie Irving. You're not going to drop Kyrie Irving. But when it comes down to the more middling players on your team, mid-round pick, and you're like, well, my other guys play on Sunday. He's not playing, and I still have an ad for Sunday, and he's the only guy you can drop. You might have to pull it. You can drop someone with name value if you need that room for a streamer, because all that matters is getting to the next round. If you have everything locked up, then don't worry. Maybe you have to put a little cherry on top and add a streamer on Sunday or Saturday. That's different. But if it comes down to it, you can make those tough decisions. What's most important right now is focusing on the week at hand. Don't worry about the next week. Don't worry about picking someone up who's on the injured list. Let's say like LaMelo Ball. If he's not coming back till a week from now, yeah, I know he could be a league winner, but you know what's a league loser? Losing the week in front of you because you wasted an ad. Now, this doesn't apply to leagues with unlimited ads. This is only for leagues with like 4 or 5 ads per week. Leagues where it's like 10 ads for a 2-week stretch, that's a little different. You already have a ton of games to navigate. You don't necessarily have to stream when you have a 2-week playoff matchup until much later. Take the games that come to you and then worry about managing those roster spots. Don't worry about how many games a player plays in a week. Worry about when those games get played. Manage your team to win this week specifically. Don't worry about what's ahead. You can figure that out on the fly when you get there. Make sure to have your transactions in order and don't get too hasty. Don't freak out if someone's out. Just wait till the end of the week and then make sure to maximize your ads then around like Thursday or Friday. Kind of line up who you're going to add. If somebody's done on Friday, make sure you pick up a guy who plays back-to-back on Saturday, Sunday, and so on and so forth. Okay, make sure to check out RotoBaller.com for all of your fantasy needs. The RotoBaller YouTube page has tons of great videos being put out on the daily to help you win your leagues across the realm, whether it be baseball, football, basketball, hockey, golf, MMA. Doesn't matter. If you want it, we got it at RotoBaller.com. Thanks to everybody for tuning in, and best of luck.